admission from a doctor who used to be on a drug company's payroll. Doctors here and nationwide are paid to talk up a certain company's medications to their peers.
And now we're finding out just how much some of them are getting paid. Here's Team 5's Kelly Tuthill with an exclusive tonight.
The list on Eli Lilly's public website goes on and on. Hundreds of doctors nationwide paid thousands and thousands of dollars to do what's called advising and education. Critics call it a conflict of interest, nothing more than a sales pitch.
There are salespeople with MDs after their names.
Team 5 Investigates scoured the list to find the top Massachusetts earners. Dr. Brent P. Forrester took in $50,800. Dr. Stephen C. Ellen received $50,700. Those earnings were from Eli Lilly alone in just the first 3 months of this year. The next highest earners, psychiatrists Gopinath K. Malya and Sumer D. Verma. Doctors Forrester, Malya, and Verma are all affiliated with McLean Hospital, which said this is all allowable under federal or state laws. Dr. Ellen did not return our numerous calls.
Well, I called myself a drug whore.
Newburyport psychiatrist Dan Carlat used to be on another drug company's payroll.
That really is what it feels like when you're doing it.
One pharmaceutical company paid Carlat $30,000 for talking to doctors about depression, highlighting a drug made by that company. On his blog, he calls it the Dirty 30, but it's nothing compared to what he says some docs pocket.
I personally know of some doctors in the business who've made upwards of $1 million a year.
And we will soon know how much all doctors make. Massachusetts now requires drug companies to report this information and will make it available on a website next summer. In the meantime, there's a bill pending that would make such disclosures mandatory nationwide.
So Lilly has been the leader in our industry in being transparent.
Eli Lilly is the first, in part due to a court settlement. And they spent a lot of money, reportedly $20 million worth in just the first quarter of this year.
Is that appropriate?
We think it's not appropriate.
Alan Kokel of the Pew Prescription Project says that's driving up prescription drug costs for all of us.
Study after study after study shows that the companies are very good at influencing prescribing behavior. The drugs that are most heavily marketed are invariably the newer, more expensive drugs.
Some of the generic versions are just as effective, sometimes fewer side effects as well.
But Dr. Tom Stossel argues these relationships have brought cutting-edge treatments to the public faster.
What I say to the critics is, if you show me the data, it's this urban legend that doctor gets a gift, doctor prescribes inexpensive, unnecessary, and possibly dangerous drug. Let me see the data.
You don't think the public cares about this issue?
I don't think so. I think the public fundamentally trusts their doctors.
If this is such a good thing, then why are you the only doctor that will do an interview with me on this?
Well, I hope that's going to change. The doctors who refuse to talk to you will come out of the closet and say, yeah, I got the money because I'm good. If I wasn't, I'd be a critic.
McLean Hospital in Belmont said its doctors are leaders in their field who are often asked to share their expertise. Eli Lilly says doctors on its faculty follow FDA guidelines. For Team 5 Investigates, I'm Kelly Tuthill.